Act with hands in your pocket. You can't do that. Oh, hey, we're on. There we go.
Yeah.
Have a look over there. Can you see?
Yeah.
Okay. Now,
I see that.
what we do here is we say hello to everybody. Say
Hi.
hello to
Hi.
everybody. This is Kymba.
Hi.
You know Clint?
Yeah.
Kymba hasn't been here for how long?
Oh, probably 3 years.
Are you serious?
Maybe.
Oh, no wonder you took Clint's seat tonight.
Yeah, that's why I'm not on the panel.
We were working together. That's why I showed up.
I refuse to work with you.
Oh,
Well, you know, some
this is
people have got it.
unfortunate. Well, sorry, Mitch. You're going to have to choose.
Who's got the first letter?
I do. Letter 1 tonight. Can a mother be jealous of her daughter?
Kymba, number
That
2.
just sounds like
I'm auditioning. Let's see
mutton
who's going to
dressed
get
as
on.
lamb. In Australia, we seem to be growing a lack of respect for culture in our
Clinton,
youngsters.
I can't see your head now. What's going on there? Yeah, no, close. And the last letter tonight, where are you? And there's Bid. Hello, Bid.
If we stick near him, we'll always get in the shot.
You know how it works. He plucks his eyebrows, waxes his legs, trims his chest. This is just Clinton.
I didn't
Trims
realise
his
I wrote a
chest
letter.
and wears makeup. I'm from a family where men are men, they scratch their groin, fart and watch sport. Oh my God, who wrote this in? Clinton. No, we don't know. These are the letters that are on. Who's going to be on? We're going to have a private vote. We'll
Not
come
me.
Back.
We're going to fight it
No,
out
she
in
He
a
might
cage.
vote himself off. You're going to fight it out?
In a cage.
I'll vote myself off the island.
They still can't see your face. Come on, how's that for
They can
TV?
see
There you
my
go.
beard, look.
A little bit less.
All right, we're going to go. We'll be back. Don't go anywhere. Sweet and sour. It's about to start right now. I'm not allowed to tell you how long, but... Oh, what was your letter?
Got a problem, big or small, would a miracle be nice? Our motley crew is back, churning out advice. You might even laugh a bit in the following half hour. Park your backside on the couch, 'cause baby, it's time for Sweet and Sour. Right here on Sweet and Sour. It's time for Sweet and Sour. It's time for Sweet and Sour.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Sweet and Sour. Gary Mitchell with you for a fun-filled half hour, because we've got a great lot of panellists on for you tonight. First up, my mate Bidstrup. Hello, sir.
Hello.
How have you been?
I've been very well.
What's been happening in your world?
I've been building a wall to keep the Mexicans out. So far, so good. Worked in China. Worked a treat in China.
Oh,
No
mate.
Mexicans.
Can you believe it? We're this far away from the American presidential elections, and we've got 2 duds to pick from.
We've got 2 trouser stains. There you go.
Amazing. Kymba, welcome back after how long? You said 3 years.
I think maybe
Oh, it can't be
since I was
that long.
doing breakfast radio, I couldn't stay up late
Have you been doing it for that long?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
3
And
years this month.
congratulations, because you've just been rated number 1.
Thanks.
Well
Yeah,
done.
That's nice.
We have to wake up at what time to hear you?
Oh, well, only 6. Come on, that's early.
Is it?
Clarsy, Matt and Kymba, weekdays, 6 till 9.
On the mix.
94.5.
Mix 94.5. Good to have you here, Jules.
Hello.
Where have you been? What have you been
I
doing?
haven't been
What's
anywhere.
happening?
I've been stuck in Perth. Haven't
Why?
been any travels. I don't know. Just working.
And during the best weather that we've ever
Oh,
experienced in
it's
Perth too.
revolting.
How
It's
marvellous
revolting.
for
It's
you.
freezing. It's freezing.
What's going on?
No, I'm working so that I can save up and go away somewhere else nice and warm.
God, you know, by the time you save up and go away somewhere warm, it'll be warm here and cold over there.
I'll
That's
just
how it
hang
happens over
around.
there.
I'll hang around.
Phil, for the first time, welcome to the panel, sir.
Thanks, Mitch.
Terrific to have you here. Now,
It's good to be here.
you're a man of many talents. You do this, and this. What are you doing at the moment?
Just plugging away out at Curtin, putting together our next show.
Which is?
We're doing.
Are we allowed to plug it?
Yeah, can we plug it?
Yeah.
Secret in the Wings. It's a co-production with Spare Parts Puppet Theatre, directed by
Fantastic.
Philip Mitchell and Leah Mercer.
Philip Mitchell, he's my cousin.
Really?
No. But here we go. Letter number 1. Hi, Mitch and panellists. Can a mother be jealous of her daughter? My mother-in-law, as I understand it, had a horrible married life with my wife's father, who I've never met and whom my wife hasn't seen since she was 12 either. My wife's mum is always putting her down, yet she's always asking for help with the dig, something like, well, some of us don't have husbands. We ignore it and give the help, but I'm sick of it. She hasn't a pleasant thing to say at all, and worst of all, my wife is so good-hearted she can't see it and always offers an "oh, poor mum" comment, usually out of an inbuilt and misplaced sense of guilt. The woman is simply awful. I don't know what to do because I'm starting to be resentful. My dad says I should find her a fella, but the woman's atrocious. Won't do herself up at all, chooses to look haggard. I think she believes it gets her more sympathy, and she repels everyone. Worse still, is that I think she's angling to move in with us. I've had enough. What the hell do I do here? I don't want her moving in at all. How do I have my wife acknowledge her mum's jealousy and immense negativity? Hank from Rosehill of New South Wales, Bid. First question, can a mum be jealous of her daughter?
Absolutely. Especially a mother who's alone, embittered, selfish, needy and manipulative, all of which your mother-in-law appears to be. I have a PhD in mother-in-laws. I have had 4. Count them 4. Doesn't make me clever, does make me experienced. How many mother-in-laws does it take to change a light bulb?
Go on.
Well, just the one. But she holds it and just stands there and waits for the rest of the world to revolve around her. And Hank, I think that's what your mother-in-law is doing here. She wants control. And imagine how sad it is internally of a person who needs that amount of control over her grown daughter. What I think you should do is praise your wife. God bless your wife for still putting up with this woman. A better strategy, I think, would be to appreciate those qualities in your wife. They came from somewhere.
Yeah.
Either way, love your wife all the more. Don't let your mother-in-law move in. Don't get mad. Don't let her belittle your wife. But thank God your wife is the person that she is and not your mother-in-law. Works for me.
Kymba, look after your wife and ignore the mother-in-law. Good?
Do the best I can. Yeah, look, I think absolutely a mother can be jealous of her daughter. And I think that your wife knows this. She's known this for some time. This will go way back to when she was trying to steal her daughter's clothes. This is, you know, there's a transition where you know your daughter starts to look better than you in clothes and things like that. But I think your wife's just adapted. She's used to it.
She's used to it. More compassionate.
I think maybe mother-in-law's a bit keen on you, sir.
Oh!
I think she's keen on you, and I think she's angling to move in with you because she wants to see you in your bathrobe. And
the woman is simply awful.
Well, no, but see, if
awful.
This is the thing.
I should find her a fella, but she's atrocious.
Yeah, but if she plays down her image and she makes herself a bit of a mess, she's no threat, and the daughter goes, "Oh, poor mum, let her move in," and then before you know it, your wife's off to bed, you're up late watching the football, and mother-in-law's moving in on the couch.
What a thought. Jules, is that what's going on there?
That is not
She's playing up to him.
Oh, I hope not. Oh, that's a horrible thought. Hank, whatever you do, don't let this woman move in. You know, I'd just be really nice to her and just so that your wife can see that you're really nice and her mother's really awful. You can't say anything. You're damned if you do and you're damned if you don't. You can't say anything about someone else's mum. It's just not right.
He's got to learn a little bit of
really
tolerance,
hope she doesn't have the hots for you because you might be right there, Kymba.
She looks haggard.
That's all I can say. Good luck, Hank.
Phil, are you going to be attracted to someone who chooses to look haggard because she thinks she'll get more sympathy? Is that one of those?
Oh, I don't know about because she
things?
chooses to get more sympathy, but I'm pretty open to the way anyone dresses, really. But on the question, I don't think it really is about, for you, Hank, whether the mother can be jealous of her daughter. Really what I think it is you don't want your mother-in-law to move in and you were very comfortable with everything she was doing. You'd help her with a dig previously, but now you've turned around and you're looking for things to pick on so that he gets his way.
Now
That's
that
where
he's
I think
got
it's
wind
at.
of her angling to move in,
He was very accepting of her previously.
He's been tolerant up until this point in time. I get it. What do you do? Get the water pistol out? I don't know. Goodness. When we come back, we're going to be talking about courtesy and whether kids in Australia are growing up without a degree of respect in comparison to the kids in America. Don't go away. More of Sweet Sour coming up right now with a wonderful panel. See you soon.
Getting in touch with Sweet and Sour is easy. Just head to sweetandsour.net.au to send us a letter. And while you're there, why not check out our past episodes? Plus, don't forget to like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter. And for a behind-the-scenes look at Sweet and Sour, check us out on Instagram.
Welcome back, and for everyone who does send us in a letter that we read out and discuss on the show, we're going to send you to the movies courtesy of the very gorgeous Natalie Cameron and NRC Communications. And the movie we're sending you to this week, there it is on the screen right now, is The Girl on the Train. Who's seen it?
I haven't yet. No.
Oh, I've heard great things about it though. You read the book? Fantastic. I want to go and see it. We got passes yet? We have? I'm excited. Here we go. Letter 2. Dear Sweet and Sour, I've taught all of my 4 children to be polite, courteous and considerate towards others. My 2 youngest are teenagers. We had a family holiday recently to visit cousins in Boston, USA. Well, I found American children in the main, irrespective of their economic or cultural background, to leave our kids way behind in the courtesy stakes. There seems to be a reinforced politeness culture very evident everywhere in the USA. I've noticed for some time that my 2 youngest were not as easily accepting of the constant courtesy lessons they've all received at home. And since visiting the States, I can see that Australia seems to be losing that level of consideration and courtesy evident in American kids. I've sat back and watched the interactions of my youngest 2's friends when they're here at my place, and it's very apparent that please, thank you, excuse me, and so on are rarely offered to one another, let alone their elders. It seems clear to me anyway that in Australia we seem to be growing a lack of respect culture in our youngsters. It's always been hard for parents to instill good values, but it feels that we are up against a youth culture wave that's hard to swim against. Why now? Did the panellists see this as a phenomenon as well? My older children, both in their 20s, are even aware of their siblings' behaviour and do their best to teach them the courteous path. Marta of Elsternwick, Victoria writes to us. Jules, we're going straight to you. Are you aware of a declining level of...
Absolutely. I mean, I work in schools. I work with children a lot, and I have to say that I really notice when a child is courteous, even to a teacher.
Because they stand out now.
And I think, and I always say nice manners, because I absolutely agree with you. It's, I mean, I had a kid tell me just the other day that when I asked him to pick up some rubbish, his lunch, he said, well, that's your job.
Oh.
Can you imagine talking to a teacher like that?
Not at
ever.
all.
I mean, I truly think...
I would have got 6 of the best.
And I have been to the States, and I've noticed that they're very, very polite. Children are polite. I know they've got a lot of problems over there, and you know they're
Hello,
politely,
Can I get in here,
politely
please,
killing each other with their guns. But the children are very polite. They
Different
are
issue.
polite children.
Excuse me, sir, while I shoot you.
Well, at least they ask nicely.
They do.
No, I think the parents have a lot to answer for. I've seen it, you know, with parents of children that I teach. They just let them get away with way too much, and there's no way. My children were a handful, but there's no way they would have ever been disrespectful, ever. And
Phil,
if they did...
Come on in. What do you notice?
Well, I think that there's manners are good. It's good to have manners, to say please, to say thank you.
It's just a way of getting on with one another and not rubbing people up the wrong way.
Whether or not it's got worse as years have gone on, I think that's hard to tell. We can sometimes think that everything was a lot better when we were younger.
Yeah, old people do that, don't they?
Yeah, I mean, I find myself doing that, and I remember thinking as a kid, don't do that when you're older. But I do it, but I do think the responsibility, as you say, lies with the parents.
Oh,
And maybe as she's got older and she had older kids, it was fine. When she had kids when she was younger, she was more in touch with them. Now she's just not as in touch with her younger children as she's got older and not teaching the manners as well as she did.
Well, maybe it's her fault. Bid, what's going on? Where are we on the planet in Australia?
Marta, you absolutely amaze me. I have no idea where these polite American children would be getting their manners from. Where in the world of Disney, in a gun-crazed society that's in social, financial, moral and political decline, would they be learning these lessons? And I'm sorry,
But they're all very polite about their social decay.
I just can't agree. I personally find Australian kids rude pretty much only when they're emulating American culture. And I want to read you a quote. The children now love luxury. They have bad manners, contempt for authority, they show disrespect for elders, and they love chatter in place of exercise. Now that is Plato quoting Socrates about in the year 400 BC when I had only 4 earrings. So it's a very, very long time ago. I think it was ever thus, is what I'm saying.
As things
and
change,
I think Australian kids are okay, but I'm not a teacher.
Kymba.
Look, I think if there has been a change, I mean, I feel like people aren't as courteous as I am or as
People
what my
in general or
parents
young
taught me.
people?
No, I think people in general.
People in general.
And I think that might be a corporation thing. I think that there were so many rules and regulations that came into workplaces that the bosses couldn't tell you how to dress, how to speak, how to behave, because that's discriminatory and someone's going to sue you. And I feel like it's
Can't
a
offer
much
these things
bigger
anymore.
issue with the way adults interact with each other, let alone with their kids. So
It's true, actually.
You know,
extrapolate, and it's probably reflective right through the age groups.
And I can see hundreds of people in the car every day who pull in front of my car and I let them in and they don't give me a wave and their kids are in the car. So there's no way that their kids are going to do it when they're driving, when they've got their licence. So I think it's a bigger problem where everyone is afraid to pull people up on their behaviour because they think they're not allowed to.
Okay, we're taking a stand here on Sweet and Sour. Wherever you see discourtesy, it's your job to ring us and we'll come around and give them a clip over the ears. What's a metrosexual?
Oh, I thought you were one. I thought you were.
Oh, is that a good thing or a bad thing?
No, well, it's not an insult. I just
What is
thought
it? What's a metrosexual?
a man who's in tune with his...
Fastidious man.
Yeah, looks after himself.
A fastidious man who looks after themselves. Okay,
A
okay.
man who washes.
All right, I can cop that. When we come back, we're talking about metrosexuals. We'll see what they're up to. Don't go away. You're here on Sweet and Sour. See you soon. So it's a...
Where did the pirate take his dog for a walk? The poop deck.
Time for Sweet and Sour. Right here on Sweet and Sour. It's time for Sweet and Sour. It's time for Sweet and Sour.
Well, welcome back. Here we go, straight into the letter. He's a great guy, but he's a metrosexual, whatever that is. So he keeps telling me. He spends more time getting ready than me. He's really high maintenance. Oh, don't you love him? But it's all his own maintenance and he never really makes demands of me. Well, he plucks his eyebrows, waxes his legs, trims his chest, and get this, wears makeup. Says me, and we're all wearing makeup tonight, boys. It's just that I'm from a family where men are men, they scratch their groin, fart, and watch sport. I do my best to keep my brothers away from my boyfriend. My father would just keel over if he ever met him, I think. Despite it being a good, caring and loving relationship for the past 7 months, and we do have a hilarious time together, do the panellists think we are just doomed because we're from different worlds, except when we have facials together? And it's from Liana of Toorak Gardens in South Australia. Phil, you're first. Are you a metrosexual?
I have been when I was younger. But
When did you stop being a metrosexual?
Probably when I was about 20. My friends used to give me a bit of a hard time because I was a bit of a fan of Jason Donovan. And when you've got Croatian heritage, there is a tendency to need to wax the eyebrow so that you have two. And so that's still like a regular sort of, but now it's just, since I'm no longer a metrosexual, that's just as I'm driving along and I notice a few strays.
go,
It's just a couple of little plucks. Does
No
my
tweezers,
wife,
just the nails. That's
my
it.
wife hates it. She's like, no.
Can the relationship survive him being a metrosexual, irrespective of her background with tough dad, tough brothers?
Yeah, I think that may be just the relationship's been going for some time, and sometimes in relationships I've heard the passion can start to die off a little bit. You know, it's been 7 months now, and maybe they need to do just a bit of role play in their relationship, where she gets to role play not judging her boyfriend for his behaviour, and he gets to role play scratching his groin, farting, and watching sport. And perhaps he might even get comfortable with it if she stops looking at him in that way.
Gosh, some of us don't need to role play that at all, do we?
But
Never mind. Jules, can it survive? I reckon it might be able to. There are so many different combinations. You know, you put people together who are different religions and they've got a huge amount of tolerance to come together. So maybe this is the same.
Well, I think Liana must have been attracted to him in the first place because he must have looked great. I mean, I have...
Good, caring and loving relationship.
Yeah, so she must have been attracted to him. And obviously, with his lovely eyebrows and his manscaping, he must have looked okay. So, Liana, I think you just need to just let it go. I mean, yeah, a bit of manscaping. I don't worry about that at all. I think it's fantastic.
Okay,
And I think you should introduce him to your father because you might just be very surprised. He's obviously a lovely guy and you have a great relationship. I don't know what your problem is.
But, okay.
I really don't.
I was going to ask you, what's going to happen when she ultimately does introduce the father to the boyfriend? What's going to happen?
Look,
What's the
you know
worst
what?
that can happen?
Farting, groin-scratching men wouldn't notice. They don't know that. They don't look at that stuff. They're not going to go, oh, he's had his eyebrows done and he's done a bit of this, a bit of that.
But he'd noticed that he was a little bit different, surely.
He looked clean and presentable as opposed to them.
You don't think he's going to notice?
Not at all. I don't think so. And even if he does...
Phil, is he going to notice?
I just don't see the problem.
When I was at drama school and they got us to manicure our eyes before our photos at the end of drama school, my family all noticed. They rang me from Perth and they're going, what's with the eyebrows?
You knew your face before.
Yeah, I suppose.
I've got to tell you, I notice blokes who've got shaped eyebrows and I go...
Farting, groin scratching mad.
It can be on occasions, I suppose. Not that I admit it on television.
Too late.
Too late. Kymba, are you attracted to a metrosexual?
Oh, God, I searched high and low for a metrosexual.
Oh, there you go.
I could not wait to find a guy who hated sport and didn't... I say fluff. My family thought that fart was a swear word. So I say fluff. But
You tell me you had fluff on your coat tonight as well.
But look, I'm telling you, this relationship could be doomed on the behalf of the fact that you're dating a mole. I mean, like this girl, I mean, he should just get up and leave her. I mean, she's not loyal to him at all. She's completely disrespecting him. She's not supporting him. She's keeping him away from the family. The relationship might be doomed because he's probably going to realise you're not a very nice person.
You've written to a television show.
Yeah, I mean, seriously. I mean, a guy who practices good hygiene sounds like a complete dream. And I think you need to get over yourself.
Kymba's just called you a mole.
You know.
Clint's cracking up over there. Bid, what's going on here, mate?
I don't care if he's hetero, metro or Heathrow. Hey, he's not a Dero, a Drongo, a Yobbo. He doesn't get blotto, he doesn't get aggro, and you're apparently doing the bizzo. So what does it matter? You know, calm the farm, Liana. Look, why fix a watch that's working? You've had 7 lovely months, caring, loving, fun relationship. What's not to like? I say bravo, the metro, hetero.
Keep it going, see what happens. God, you know, where are you going to go? Somewhere. It's a learning experience anyway.
Can I say seriously, I hate these labels. I mean, they're always diminishing. The map is never the territory. So what does it actually mean? What does metro actually mean?
What does it mean? What does it all mean?
Metropolitan. Is that what it's short for?
Metro, of the city.
Of the city, yeah.
Do you like this letter to give away the pair of limited edition sunnies courtesy of a Lon Treves?
Give it to the mole.
Yeah, go on.
Where does she live? Toorak Gardens. Okay.
I think she should give it
South
to him.
Australia.
Yeah.
Who gets it? Him or her?
Him. She doesn't deserve it. Kymba's right, she's a mole.
Send the men's glasses.
The girls are saying you're a mole.
Teach her a lesson.
The boys are very tolerant, but the girls are saying you're a mole.
Hey, stand by your man, ladies.
Stand by your... Shall we go out singing tonight?
Yeah.
Stand by your... Bid, good to have you on the show,
Thank you
sir.
very much.
Always
Thank you for
terrific to have
having
you here. Kymba, it's not allowed to be another 3 years.
No, I'll try and make it sooner
All
than
right,
that.
but we've got to
Thanks.
get you to bed because it's very close. My Fitbit's going. She's
Probably
going to
should
be.
clarify that, Mitch. It's fine.
On my own.
Yes,
On my own.
yes. No, we don't. Bye, Jules.
Bye,
Where are you
Mitch.
tomorrow?
I am going to have a facial in the morning.
Oh, what letter was that? We should have given it to them. Oh, okay, yeah. That was the last letter, the Metro.
Yeah.
Is that where we sent it?
I'm metrosexual myself.
Yes. I get that, I think. Phil, terrific to have you here for the first time. Did you enjoy
thanks
it?
for having me. I had a great time. Thank you.
Thank all of our wonderful panellists. Thank our terrific crew. And thanks for having us at home tonight, Australia. Goodbye, everyone. Big waves.
See ya.
See you next week. Good night. Bye for now. Is that it? Are you really tired now, eh? All right, can't do it anymore.
I only had that much in me.